And suppose Km be the maximum of these lengths. So you consider you have m of them, and these Qi's are all generators of Q. So if you remember when I showed the definition of the semidirect product, I said when you multiply them n times, I specified that piece of it, and that's going to help us to find the growth rate of this endomorphism between them. So anyhow, then the limit k, then the limit of Km, the mth root of Km, the limit of kth root of k exists and is independent of the set of generators. So if you remember at the beginning of the talk, I defined this another alternative definition. So that's somehow connected to that definition. So moreover, if Q is an abelian group, then K, this growth rate, is a maximum growth rate of phi Q. And if you notice, if you denote rho n for the distortion function of H in gamma, you can have the limit of the nth root of rho n when n goes to infinity is the square root of k. And finally, I finish with
what was that lemma for?
Sorry?
I forgot what theorem that was a lemma for.
What was it lemma for?
Yeah. What was it?
Well, I don't know. We thought it's not a real theory, but it's just something for future to just. For example, yes. We thought it's not so, it's not as hard as knowing theorem compared to the theorem, nilpotent theorem that Bowen proved. But interesting question could be, if you consider growth rate on the whole group gamma, can you compute the growth rate of the semidirect, or like how the growth rate of how's the growth rate of alpha on gamma is related to growth rates of phi, for example? How can you really relate them?
Mm-hmm.
So that could be interesting. So this work could be continued by some question I talked about, the growth rate of an endomorphism over free product of two groups. What if you take the amalgamated free product? So how can one compute growth rate of gamma using growth rate of alpha on A, B, and C, where C is the amalgamating subgroup? Can you compute the growth rate of endomorphisms in the other classes of groups? And I also gave this definition of HR, if you remember. So this could be following that definition as R ranges between greater than 1. For which classes of groups do we get just finitely many different HR? So I think I'm going to stop and do the second. You want to see the definition?
HR, yeah.
HR. So thank you for your attention.
So we'll start maybe 5 minutes. Our next
For a
talk.
second.